I met Suzanne on the subway, and I was sitting opposite, and there was just something that I saw when I glanced across the aisle, and I felt a kindred spirit. So I immediately got up and gave her one of my cards and said I was working on a new series of photographs of women, and I would love to photograph her. Of course, there were lots of mythology stories like later in the Swan. And Suzanne and I were both interested in those stories, and I decided to try to see if we could do a variation on it. One day I was walking down the street in Soho, and there was a taxidermy shop, and I made a beeline in there and asked, do you have a swan? And sure enough, they had this almost sort of grotesque, heavy looking swan, but it was the only one they had. I rented it for a few days, called Suzanne and said, we've got our swan. When I got Suzanne on set, the swan was so, kind of like cumbersome and kind of awkward to hold. And I thought, oh dear. And whenever I feel that, I think, okay, next solution. And I said, let's try to tie this thing around your waist, and maybe you can lean back and sort of become one with the swan, and let's see what happens. And so we did that. And sure enough, what is it that throughout history has fascinated people about women and swans? I leave it up to you.